Well, hey everybody, it's 2022. My name is Andre. This is Worth or Not, where I let you know if an item is actually worth your hard-earned money or not. And if you're interested in that kind of stuff, consider subscribing below and join the community. So if you're on a tight budget and you're looking for a GoPro alternative, the nice thing about these action cameras are that there is a segment out there that is actually budget-minded. For all of us out there that are wanting to kind of keep our hard-earned money, right now we're looking at a new action camera from a company called Wolfang. That's right, Wolfang. It boasts 4K at 60 frames per second. Right now I'm shooting at 4K 30 frames per second, and we're going to see how the resolution looks, how the image stabilization is with this camera, and is it really 4K at 60? And that's coming right up. A quick little dynamic range test with this camera. The sun's right behind the camera, so we're going to switch around and see how the camera does with backlit and how the dynamic range is with this camera. Let's see, let's see if it's got good image quality. So, what can I tell you about this Wolfang 4K 60 frames per second action camera with dual screens on it? Well, yes, it looks very familiar. It looks just like the Akaso Brave 7 LE that first came out, and it seems like everybody else has copied the design, regarding the case at least. Now, apparently this is something that HD King, they mass produce these cameras, and any manufacturer that wants to buy a certain number of them, you can get your logo, your name brand put onto it, and maybe even some custom firmware or even some custom chipsets. If you remember, like the XTU Max Pro, that one has an Umbrella H22 chipset, but it's in the same type of housing as this one. So I would say, you know what, I'm going to throw some product links in the description below, but I can't. You know why? It was on Amazon when it was first shipped to me from Wolfang, and now all of a sudden it's no longer on Amazon, so I don't have any links to be able to put down in the description below. When you look at the 4K 60 compared to the 4K 30 side by side, it's a noticeable difference that it is not 4K quality at 60 frames per second. It looks like it's upscale 1080p. And I just don't know why companies do that, because you know, you and I, the consumers, we know better. We are able to tell the difference between a real 4K and a fake 4K. If it's 4K 30, great, advertise it as that. Or at least say, yes, it's 4K 60 frames per second, but it's interpolated. I just wish that they wouldn't do that. So anyway, you know, I mean, all in all, it's got decent image quality. The audio quality, Yeah, a little bit on the tinny, muffly side, but then again, you're going to get that with these waterproof action cameras that have that little membrane over the top. The XTU Max Pro definitely has some decent audio with it, and so did the XTU S3. So, you know, Wolfang, interesting name, not so interesting camera, because this camera looks like a camera that's been around for what, almost 2 years now. So, like I said, I can't put product links in the description below, but I just thought I'd go ahead and just show you what this Wolfang was about. And tell me in the comment section below, how do you feel about these action camera companies that fake 4K or do not offer 4K at 60 frames per second but claim that they do? I mean, is there still a market for budget action cameras when, you know, you got the reigning kings of the DJI Osmo Action, or the Action 2, or the GoPro Hero 10 as an alternative? Do these budget action cameras, do they fit a niche? Do they fit a lacking budget area? Does it bother you that for X amount of money, it's actually lying to you? You know, the 4K, not bad. You know, the image stabilization on it, not bad. I mean, you can see between it on and off, there was a dramatic difference. But is it GoPro-like? Is it even XTU Max Pro-like? Don't think so. So what I'm going to do is, there is a product link in the description below, but it's to the XTU Max Pro until Wolfang actually gets this thing back on Amazon or gets it back somewhere where it's able to be purchased. So I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next review. Bye-bye.